Test check 1 2 3 4 5. Hey 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 hey. Check 1 2 3 4 5. Hey 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 hey. They hearing it? No, I just want to make sure the truck had it. I'm trying to like look at them. Come on, you gotta go sit down.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. You could take your seats so we can get started. I am Dr. Gifford, Superintendent of the Dartmouth Public School District, and it's my honor to be here today to welcome you to the district for this wonderful event where we will recognize and honor a long-standing community member, educator, athlete, teacher, etc. I just wanted to thank Mr. Crisafulli for putting this together today. As you can see, he did a lot of work to get this whole day started. Just before I welcome up Mr. Nunes, just to give you a brief overview of how this process started. Of course, we always know that COVID got in the way of everything, but just around that time, Mr. Mike Granfield sent me a letter advocating that we do this dedication to Mr. Gasper. So of course, with all the work we had to do, we tried to get started on that, and I put a committee together, brought folks in to discuss the issue, and I thought I had a whole slate of scheduled meetings and process of how we would go by choosing someone that we would name this court after. Well, luckily for me, at the very first meeting, the entire group was unanimous and our work was over. There wasn't one disagreement at all about who we would recognize for this honor. So I would like to thank Mr. Granfield, of course, for getting this started, and I know he's going to speak about that. And without further ado, I'd like to recognize, bring up our school committee chair, Mr. John Nunes.
Thank you, Dr. Gifford. Steve, Mrs. Gasper, family and friends. On behalf of the Dartmouth School Committee and Dartmouth community, I'd like to welcome you here today and seriously congratulate Steve on this well-deserved honor. I'm one of the lucky ones. I've had the privilege of knowing Steve since 1966 when I was in 8th grade, type of deal. I ended up being the team assistant trainer in that time, and Steve was a basketball player and got to know him then. The person you see here that is so deservingly receiving this award today is the person who really just stands behind the scenes and doesn't worry about himself. It's always about something else. But more so as a basketball player, I'm going to tell a quick funny story. I remember one of the games we were playing and we were getting beat at halftime, and I don't remember who we were playing, but I remember Mr. Palmer, the late Al Palmieri, was the basketball coach, looking at Steve at halftime and saying, "We're going to lean on you," kind of like the Cedric Maxwell of the Celtics, who just said, "Lean on me, I'll carry you." And we came out in the second half, and Steve started shooting, and the first couple of 3 shots he missed. And Mr. Palmieri just sat there and just said, "Steve, just keep going, just keep shooting." Well, all of a sudden, and again, this is before the 3-point line, everything Steve threw up went in, and we ended up winning the game. And, at the end of the game, it was like, no, it wasn't me. It was all my teammates who got me the ball and played the defense and everything else. So, Steve, with your after-prom commitment, you and Kathy, with what you did, and thank you for allowing me personally to be part of it, of all the years that you worked. I thank you very much, and I congratulate you on this well-deserved honor. And now what I'd like to do is introduce to you Mr. Mike Granfield.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike Granfield. I was a boys basketball coach here at Dartmouth for the past 4 years and a former player of Coach Gasper's. I'm honored and humbled to speak to you all tonight and introduce you to Coach Gasper. Trying to summarize Coach Gasper's legacy to you right now is an incredibly daunting task, and I'm afraid I'm going to miss mentioning one of his many accomplishments or glance over parts of his impressive coaching resume. I'm sure you've read in the paper that he won 324 games here as the head coach at Dartmouth. that he's a member of the Dartmouth Athletic Hall of Fame, both as a player and a coach, or that he won the Sherman Kimmy Lifetime Award presented by the MIAA in 2019. Those facts are well known, well documented, and speak for themselves. I could continue on all night about his playing coaching accomplishments, but I want to talk to you about the qualities that Mr. Gasper possessed as both a coach and a person. Qualities that aren't written about in the newspaper, qualities that won't appear in any win-loss column or any record book. To make sure I spoke of this accurately, I've reached out to many of Mr. Gasper's former players, and I asked them to tell me something that they remember about their playing time for Mr. Gasper that made him such a special coach, teacher, or person. And here's a summary of all their responses. Mr. Gasper created a program based upon a set of values and traditions. Playing for him was more than just being on his team. You were part of a brotherhood and part of a family. And there was a standard that you needed to meet if you wanted to be a part of that. Playing basketball for him at Dartmouth meant you represented your school and your town with honor and respect at all times. You played for the name on the front of your uniform and all those players that wore the Dartmouth uniform before you and helped build the program. Dartmouth basketball was bigger than any individual on the team, and no player was more important than the other. You had to respect your teammates and your opponent, but more importantly, you had to respect the game and play it the right way. He didn't tolerate showboating or trash talking. You did not disrespect officials. You played hard and you did things the right way, or you didn't play. Through his career, Mr. Gasper built a great reputation as a coach, a teacher, and a person. His relationships with his players were genuine and sincere. He truly cared about each of his players and did whatever he could to make sure that they succeeded. He always put his players first no matter what. He coached hard and he coached with passion, but he made basketball fun. Practices were competitive, but also consisted of contests and rewards. He'd buy players Gatorades if you made a certain number of free throws, McDonald's if you hit a certain number of threes, and my personal favorite, no sprints or running if you took a defensive charge in the previous game. Mr. Gasper would always reach out to his former players to see how they were doing and invite them back to come back to practices and play with the current team. Practices were always filled with alumni, showing that he really did create a brotherhood and a family. After practices were done, he'd stay in the gym past 9 p.m. some nights, rebounding for any player that was willing to put in the extra work. He knew how to get the most of his players, and he always made sure to give the players all the credit. His mottos were, wins were because of the players, and losses were because of the coaching. He would never yell at a player or embarrass a player on the court. Referees, on the other hand, though, I'd be remiss not to mention Mr. Gasper's signature move of pulling his tie off and firing it at the bench as soon as the ref made a bad call. It was never a question of if the tie was coming off during the game. It was more of when's it coming off and how far is he going to throw it this time. In all seriousness, no, Mr. Gasper is one of the nicest, most genuine and selfless people I've ever met. Based upon the large crowd here today, I'm sure many of you feel the same way. Somewhere along the line, I'm sure Mr. Gasper has made an impact on you, whether you know it or not. You could be a former player, his former student, or a former colleague of his, but no matter how you know him, you know that he's truly a special person. Mr. Gasper, it's clear that your impact at Dartmouth High goes well beyond basketball. With the naming of this court, it's certain that your legacy will live on forever. And every student athlete who's lucky enough to step foot on Coach Steve Gasper court will know who you are. Thank you for everything, and congratulations on this honor. Now, without further ado, please help me in welcoming Coach Steve Gasper.
Thank you. I know Nick, I see Nick over there, his feet are moving back and forth, so I told him I'll only be 1 minute, because they're nervous. It's nice to see, but before I start, I'd like to thank New Bedford High School, because when Andy approached me and he said, what school would you like to have this dedication ceremony? And I said, without a doubt, New Bedford High. And I'd like to thank New Bedford High School for Tom Toppy for approving this. We've had some great games with New Bedford, really nice games, great games, and I don't expect anything less, Nick. This better be a great game. It should be. All right, we've got two great teams going at each other today, and thank you again. And I want to, before I start, I know I shouldn't have, my wife says don't talk. But I had a first this morning, and I want to thank all the parents of all my players, because I know they used all kinds of excuses when you wanted to go have them do something, or you wanted to go somewhere, and he would say, I can't, I got practice. Well, today was a first. We had an alumni game today, and one of the former players tells me, hey, Coach, I'm going to be a father for the first time. And I says, oh, congratulations. I go, well, when is she due? He goes, today or tomorrow. I go, using me as an excuse? You came to the game? He says, yep, I got the phone on. I'm all set. So that was a first for me. But I'd like to get started because I know they're anxious to go. Okay, I'd like to thank Superintendent Bonnie Gifford, the school committee, athletic director Andy Christopherly, and a special thanks to you, Mike Granfield, a former player of mine and a coach at Dartmouth who worked so hard to make this happen. There are so many people I want to thank who have influenced me along the way as a basketball coach. I have appreciated each and every one of you, and I know I couldn't have done it alone. It began with Coach Pete Goddard. It began with Coach Pete Goddard, gave me the opportunity to volunteer at Dartmouth High School when I was still in college. I learned so much about the game and how to coach under his guidance. To this day, he is a great friend to whom I owe so much to. I'd like to thank Paul Espinola, who I coached under as a freshman and JV coach for many years. To all my assistants throughout the years, Joe Siegel, Kyle Robidoux, thank you. To Mike Oswald and Jimmy McGonigal, who coached me for over 20 years, thank you for all your hard work and dedication. To all those who volunteered their time throughout my years as a coach, I cannot thank you enough. Your hard work and dedication to basketball and the players did not go unnoticed. When I was hired in 1975 by Colin Lynch, the athletic director at the time, he told me he was not just interested in wins and losses, but it was more important to have a positive influence on the lives of the students and the athletes. He, along with Dr. Kelly, Mr. King, Mrs. Demery, brought a family atmosphere to Dartmouth High School, and they influenced and supported my journey as a coach and a teacher. To Tom McDermott and Jeff Karam, who were also athletic directors while I was coaching, I want to extend my thanks for their support. To Mrs. Lynch, thank you for allowing my family to be part of yours. Mr. Lynch always said you were his voice of reason. And Kathy is mine. She and my children, Jennifer, Jessica, Timmy, and Sarah, made many sacrifices throughout my coaching years so I could do what I loved. Without their love and support, I would never have been able to do any of this. I thank them beyond all measures. I thank my mom and dad who always supported me and my passion for basketball. They were always there for me. To all the players I had the privilege of coaching, thank you. Thank you for allowing me that opportunity. You are the ones who should have your names on this court. It is your dedication to hard work that made this program the success it was. I will not have coached as long as I did if I did not enjoy every moment of coaching. Since retiring, I've been asked many times, what was it like coaching my son? I'm sure if you asked him, he would have a different take. But to me, it was my greatest joy as a coach to see him develop as a player and as a person he has become today. The game of basketball has given me so much to my family It has given me the opportunity to coach my son, my daughters, and my grandchildren. Now I get to watch my children coach their children and get to watch my grandchildren to play the sport I love. I am deeply touched to see so many familiar faces. Thank you all for being here, for all your support, and for this great honor. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here this afternoon, and welcome to the Steve Gasper basketball court. We hope you enjoyed today's game between the New Bedford High School Whalers and the your Dartmouth High School Indians. Enjoy the game.
People ask me, why did I do it for so long? As Ben said, because I enjoy it. They make it fun, okay? And the challenges are every day.
A challenge Steve Gaspar gladly accepted for 41 years. Today we honor him for his many achievements with the naming of the basketball court. The Gaspar name has become synonymous with Dartmouth High School basketball. 28 seasons as the Indians' head coach, compiling 324 wins and 19 trips to the postseason. His lasting legacy will be more than just the name on the court or the big wins from the sideline. It'll be about the impact he's had with his fellow coaches, players, and most importantly, his family.
I'd like to thank, obviously, my family, my wife, my kids. Without them, they sacrificed a lot for me. I would leave the house 6:30 in the morning, come home 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, because we had a game in Barnstable or DY or Attleboro, and they sacrificed a lot of time, and again, I appreciate that.
Having your dad as the high school basketball coach at Dartmouth High was one of the best experiences of my basketball career. He taught me so much about the game of basketball. He was the greatest coach I played for. He pushed me to be better on and off the court. Till this day, he's still coaching. He's coaching his grandkids.
Though I was not on one of his teams, I would say I was coached by him my entire life. He would give me the confidence, the support, and he was brutally honest when I needed it most. But most importantly, he would always encourage me to find my passion both on and off the court and to just go after it. And I am truly grateful for that as it pushed me to become the person I was meant to be.
He definitely taught us all, not just me, but my siblings, the importance of commitment, and that whatever you do, you give it 150% of your time and energy, and you don't quit no matter how hard it is. And that's something that he really ingrained in not just me, but my siblings as well.
His accomplishments certainly speak for themselves, but I think it's that passion, the caringness, and wanting to make the kids better and make the environment around them better for them to thrive is really something that I think Steve shined off the court.
He deserves it. He gave everything he had, not to just his players, but the student body and the community around him. He, of course, will be humble and not take the credit, but it is well deserved, and I am very proud of not only him as a coach, but him as my dad.
Clear lineage of success that permeates through the Gasper name, from Steve to his wife Kathy to his children who are accomplished in a lot of the sports that they've done, both at the high school and beyond. And I think when you think of the Coach Steve Gasper court, you think of commitments to excellence. And I think that simply kind of signifies what that means for Steve, his legacy that he's leaving on the court, and the legacy he's leaving in the Dartmouth community.
I think it's really special for my grandfather to be recognized in this way after all of the time and effort that he put into coaching. I can't even name how many students that he's coached, but he's coached decades of students, his family as well, his children, and I'm just glad to see him be acknowledged in Dartmouth High School history.
Hi, Grandpa. I wanted to say congratulations on getting the Dartmouth court named after you. I know that you were a great coach and still are, and have helped me improve a lot.
Hi, Grandpa. It's Lillian. So happy for you. Congratulations. You deserve it. You're a great coach.
Congratulations, Grandpa. You're such a great coach. You always knew how to push us to work our hardest.
Because he would let me come to his basketball practice, and I would always take to help him out. Love you, Grandpa.
We love you, Grandpa.
The proudest moment for my dad as a coach, I don't think there's a specific one for him. I think there's multiple. I think definitely coaching his son was one. And I think just in general, just being able to coach and teach kids a sport that he loves.
Dad, congratulations and a well-deserved honor to have your name on the court at Dartmouth High. During your coaching career, you sacrificed a lot to make sure your players had everything they needed to be successful on and off the court. This is now your time to be recognized for everything you have done for Dartmouth High.
It's Welcome to the Lynch Athletic Center, and now the Coach Steve Gasper basketball court as DCTV Sports and Dartmouth Community Media present high school basketball. It's the boys. It's Dartmouth hosting New Bedford. Hey, it's Paul Santos alongside Ben Smith, also joined here by Thomas Dunford from UMass Dartmouth. Great to be with you, gentlemen. And before we get into this game, what a great ceremony here honoring the longtime teacher and head coach here at Dartmouth High School, Mr. Steve Gaspar.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. He's been a phenomenal coach in this program. But despite that fact, let's talk about that girls basketball game earlier. That was a good game, good ending, though. And we're on a big point here with boys basketball. Can't wait for today's game. We got a big crowd show out tonight.
That's right. The boys basketball game is going to be exciting as well. Two teams that are playing some great ball. On New Bedford side, they come in undefeated at 5-0, and Dartmouth comes in with a record of 7-1. And Dartmouth would like nothing better than to hand New Bedford their first loss of the season.
Well, I had an opportunity to talk with the coach earlier before the game, and New Bedford's coach was saying how, he likes to just get all his guys reps. He expects to see all of them come into the game, and he's looking for fast breaks, quick break, trying to get the ball in the net and get back on defense. So I expect that a lot today.
Yeah, Matt Hill, we chatted with him, 5th year as the head coach of the New Bedford Whalers. Meanwhile, on the Dartmouth side, Nick Simonetti, his first year, and he's doing a nice job so far.
Yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job so far this year. 7-1 record, and able to rebuild this team. And he's done a phenomenal job past being moved up from the JV position up to the varsity position. He's done a phenomenal job so far as coach for this varsity basketball program. And brighter days are ahead for this program with Nick Simonetti as head coach.
Well, an exciting game happened not that long ago when Dartmouth beat Brockton for the first time in 15 years by a score of 70-66. Coach Simonetti was very excited about that win. And he said at that particular game, they played their game at their speed.
They expect a lot of that today, as well as Coach Simonaghi said they're looking to play zone defense to keep it in the paint. So, fun game looking forward to today.
One thing I've noticed is looking at the roster, it does seem like Dartmouth High School has a height advantage. You take a look at Hunter Madison. He's a junior center at 6'3". John Emile at 6'4". Meanwhile, New Bedford, their tallest players are Desmond Brunskill at 6'3", and Anthony Diakite, who is 6'2". So height advantage, Dartmouth.
Madison, I got to say to you, Madison, 6'7". You said 6'3", but 6'7" is his height, and he has big wingspan. Got the wingspan like Michael Jordan over here. Yeah.
Getting the starting lineups here for today. And the starting lineups, Javion Lloyd, Desmond Brunskill, Craig Baptista, Demarius Roberts, and Anthony Diakite. They're getting introduced right now. Capacity crowd here today at Dartmouth High School. Really great to see some great enthusiasm here from both the Dartmouth and New Bedford communities.
Indeed. Nearby towns and nearby town. It's just really welcoming.
Matt Hill, as we said, 5th year as the head coach of the New Bedford Whalers. His assistant coach is Tony Gaffney. Meanwhile, Coach Nicholas Simonetti is assisted by Adam Braga and Brian Magnet. The starting lineup for Dartmouth, Aiden Smith, Dylan Gomes, Jake Chiquito, John Emile, and Hunter Madison. So this is certainly a game that you hope lives up to its billing, and I have the feeling that it will.
Yeah, you could see a big home crowd, almost sold out today. It's just exciting, and the vibes are so immaculate in this place, and a lot of fans just show out to games, even hockey games, volleyball games, basketball games, you name it, they're out for here.
All right, well, we're getting ready for the start of today's game. But prior to the opening tap-off, we pause to honor America, the playing of our national anthem. Capacity crowd here at Dartmouth High School. Dartmouth and New Bedford, the Whalers and the Indians, getting ready to do battle here at the high school.
How about that student crowd? They're already on their feet.
And again, a big congratulations to Coach Steve Gasper, as the court has been named after the longtime coach, Coach Steve Gaspar Court. 34 years teaching at the high school, 28 years as the head coach, 324 wins, 19 of those years in the state tournament. And he's in the Dartmouth High School Hall of Fame as both a player and as a coach.
Man, that's a lot of numbers there.
Yeah, a lot of numbers. So congratulations to him. Great family. Got to see Jen Gasper, who I had the pleasure of working with here at Dartmouth Community Media. Jessica Gasper, daughter played in North Carolina. Wonderful young family, great family, and should be a great basketball game. So we are just about to get underway.
And just about the whole entire student section's on their feet. Hang in there, folks. You're ready for some action.
See Madison there getting ready to take the tap here for the Dartmouth Indians. 4 8-minute quarters, of course, here at high school. Getting the tip that time, Diakite. but it's in the hands of the Indians. Dartmouth, Chiquito, moving it out. New Bedford likes to run, according to the head coach. Well, that's a staple of New Bedford High School. Madison has the ball taken away that time by Diakite. New Bedford likes to run. Dartmouth likes to play a good pace. They'll play some man-to-man, some zone. Looks like they're starting out with a zone, 2-3 zone. And they'll mix it up a little bit. As we said, Simonetti, the head coach of Dartmouth, first year as New Bedford goes for the three, and that is Goodine.
Great shot there by Goodine.
Roberts. Different number on the roster there.
Anyways, good shot there by Goodine.
You keeping track over there? Okay. All right, 3-0 on the three-point shot there by Demarius Roberts, is wearing number 14. He's wearing number 14. All right, here comes Dartmouth. Long pass down. Here's Madison. Madison, backdoor lay-in.
Something already started before the game that they have the size advantage, and we can already see it now with the way they're playing.
3-2 in favor of the Indians. Very fast-paced action here so far. Once again, the Indians taking the outside shot. They get the offensive rebound. Say if the Indians pack it in like that, New Bedford's going to take those long threes. Air ball that time. Madison gets the rebound. Here comes Dylan Gomes. They work it around. Smith. Aiden Smith had a big game against Brockton. Smith. And get the roll, and on the defensive glass, it is Anthony Diakite. Up and down action so far. Diving to keep it in was Baptista.
Great dive by Baptista there, able to keep the ball alive and in play.
Here's Demarius Roberts hit that three-pointer to start the game for New Bedford. Dartmouth starting out with that 2-3 zone to the basket. Another air ball by New Bedford. Anthony Diakite. Back comes Aiden Smith in the corner. Madison hits the shot.
Great shot selection there by Hunter Madison. Able to shoot it and able to get that ball in the hoop.
Indians half-court trap. They managed to get the ball to the corner, and hitting the three is Desmond Brunskill. 6-4 New Bedford. Jake Chiquito, he's a senior guard here for Dartmouth. As the Indians move the ball around, Aiden Smith, spin move. And we have a foul.
Kickball violation there on Aiden Smith.
I'll tell you, New Bedford's able to move the ball well right now. They're looking for the open guy, and they have it every single time.
Demarius Roberts, a junior for New Bedford High School, come out with a lot of aggressiveness so far. Down low, and now we have a travel. Ball turned over. Dartmouth gets possession. Up and down so far here in the first quarter at the high school. Ball
Beautiful
inbounded.
pass there.
To the basket, Madison can't finish. Hard on the glass. Ball bouncing all around and collected here by Roberts.
Playing the pinball game just a second ago. Oh,
Roberts almost had it pickpocketed. From three-point land. Can't get it to go is Baptista. Here comes Smith. Aiden Smith, and he's fouled that time by Craig Baptista.
Every shot that the Indians have taken so far has been in the crease so far. And they said before the game they want to play in the paint, so expect more of that.
Great job by Aiden Smith drawing that foul there.
So aggressive ball so far being played by both Dartmouth and New Bedford. Aiden Smith, a sophomore guard, 5 feet 11 inches tall, at the charity stripe here in the early going for the Indians. Looking to tie it up, and he does. Desmond Brunskill, one of the taller players for New Bedford out there, number 2 at 6'3", big rebounder for Dartmouth, for New Bedford rather.
A big rebounder for Dartmouth when you speak about that. Hunter Madison with the wingspan, the height, able to get there and rebound for Dartmouth.
6 feet 7 inches tall, and New Bedford turns it over. Dylan Gomes Gets it out. Come to the basket. Emil. Blocked. Collected here by Diakite. Now stolen again. Smith counted, and he's fouled.
Beautiful. And that is a great play there by Aiden Smith.
You're going to see Smith. He's coming in. He's fighting for it. Right here. Beautiful read. Able to fire it up, take a hit to make a play, and get to point for it.
Thundering reaction here by this Dartmouth contingent behind us.
So far, 4 points for Smith so far, maybe 5 right now. Yep.
9-6 in favor of Dartmouth.
Good back and forth game so far.
Olin.
Defensive rig.
Keelan Gomes contributing to that. And it's an offensive foul against Dartmouth. Is taking the hit that time was Colin Rodrigues.
Yeah, Aiden Smith came in there hot. And yeah, good call by the refs there. Just looked at the play and knew immediately that was a charge, and indeed they called it a charge. So
Joseph Anderson in the game here for New Bedford.
Good play by Roberts.
Roberts around and out. Defensive rebound by Madison.
Roberts with the nice footwork, the 1-2 punch. Strong able to capitalize.
Working it around, three-point shot. Will not go off the fingertips of Jaquito. Rebound by Brunskill. Here's Colin Rodrigues in the corner. Guarded hard. Roberts getting it down to Diakite. Trying to take it to the basket, stripped. Reaching in that time to help. Back the other way, it's stolen. Here comes Anderson.
5 plays, strong able to get it.
Lots of turnovers back and forth here in the early going. Both coaches do not like to see that, and Matt Hill of New Bedford calls his first time out.
I think they just need their first breather of the night. And they've been back and forth, highly competitive, using the fast break. Great job by both teams so far.
Definitely. You can see New Bedford's able to pick apart that zone defense, able to find the perimeter on the outside, get shots there. It's worked out for them so far. For Dartmouth, they keep crashing the paint, try to avoid the fouls, and you're going to keep getting points.
I had a chance to talk to both coaches before the game, and Coach Simonetti, first-year head coach, and obviously a nice win over Brockton, 70-66. First time they beat the Boxers in 15 years.
All right. It's already on the screen, camera over there. All I got to say is impressive job that Coach Simonetti has done with this program. Rebuilding this program. Last year they had a 1-11 record. I don't know. They had like a low win record last year, like 7-8 wins. Now look at this team. Now 7-1, facing off against an undefeated team and currently leading by 3.
Reaching in for the steal that time is Aiden Smith. Now they're all on the ground and on the floor, and we have a jump ball call, possession arrow New Bedford. Leaving it all out on the court like you would expect.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Colin Rodrigues inbounding now for New Bedford. Evan Avila. Back to Rodrigues.
Good patience by New Bedford so far.
Avila. They never got the shot off. It looked like they got confused as to how much time was left on the shot clock.
Yeah, it looked confusing there. Even if they had extra time, they could have gotten a three-pointer and tied the game up at 9.
Not even an attempt to make a shot.
Mo Gower comes in.
Quick inbound pass there that time by
Good
Gomes, but it's a steal that time. Did he step out of bounds? Yes, he did. That was number 5, Tyler Mills.
Kind of barely touched the line there, and his toe touched the line. And good eyes by the referees, and called it a change of possession.
Dartmouth leading 9-6, 2:49 to go here in the first quarter in front of a packed house here at Dartmouth High School. And a foul is called here against the Indians. New Bedford will take possession. As we said, we're at the Carlin Lynch Fieldhouse, now at the Coach Steve Gasper Court. Very nice honor here between games for longtime head coach and longtime educator Steve Gasper. Ball work to the corner. Here's Baptista. Can't get the roll. Defensive rebound that time by McGower. Montero working it out. Here comes McGower. Back to Elijah Montero. Good strong defense being played here by New Bedford. Right, there's Madison. Can he get the shot off? Back rims it. Rebound Dartmouth. What a nice job that time by number 4, Elijah Montero.
You could see it in my eyes there. I knew when he grabbed the foot of Montero, I knew it was a foul.
Tyler Mills, his first. Dylan Gomes can't get it to go. Defensive rebound, Colin Rodrigues. Bedford likes to do the fast break. Does he stay in bounds? Yes, just barely. Avila does a nice job. For 3. Counted. Tyler Mills.
Tie game here. Great to count it there by Tyler Mills. Wide open shot and highly contested, but count that.
Montero down to Smith. Smith draws the foul as he goes hard to the court, and looks like he landed on his right hip.
Good effort by Smith there, though.
Yeah, Smith took a shot there. Look, he moved away from the area and then, oh yeah, got hit in the hammy.
Desmond Brunskill called for the foul. That's his first. Inside to Madison. Nice layup and a nice look by Craig Baptista.
Beautiful pass. Able to get it right above the head.
11-9, Dartmouth by 2, 1:24 to go here in the first quarter.
There's that 2-3 structure they're running, trying to keep players out of the paint.
For the basket goes Baptista, count it. Tied at 11. Here comes Smith. Elijah Montero, the junior, in the corner. Can't get the roll by McGower.
Good footwork by Robinson.
Moving quickly this time is Demarius Roberts. Scoop shot, what a move by Roberts.
Did a Euro step there, great shot there for Roberts.
Back and forth we go. Either team really able to establish any kind of lead so far. It's up 2, down 2. That's about it with 35 seconds left here in the quarter. Oh, almost taken away, and it is.
Steal.
Anthony Diakite gets a hold of it. And back comes Roberts. Roberts tries to get to the basket, and he is going to be fouled by Smith.
Good work by Roberts throwing the foul there.
A little bit too aggressive there by Smith. You know, he's a good player, but a little bit too aggressive there.
Smith grabs a seat. Chiquito back in there. And New Bedford inbounding it. Colin Rodrigues working around to Roberts. Roberts can't get the 3. Ball goes out of bounds. Dartmouth ball. 15 seconds left in the quarter, so Dartmouth will have an opportunity to take the last shot of the quarter. Down 2.
If I'm Dartmouth, I'm trying to kill the clock down to 1 second left. Don't give this team a chance to get a fast break and maybe get points on the board to end the quarter.
Chiquito out of Gomes. Gomes pulls up. Gomes for 2. Only a few seconds left for New Bedford. He hurls it down there. That was Craig Baptista, but that's going to be it. And how about this? At the end of one quarter, it is 13-13, and some great action down there.
Let's look at that replay. Dylan Gomes able to pick up shot from 10 feet out and bang. Great shot there by Dylan Gomes.
So Dartmouth and New Bedford tied at 13, and why would we expect anything different between these two solid teams? Dartmouth 7-1 overall, 1-0 in the SEC. New Bedford 5-0, undefeated, 1-0 in the SEC. And, they're talking about running back and forth. New Bedford certainly had their spurts going down the court quickly.
I think right now both teams look so evenly matched. I mean, they're both picking apart each defense, but for the most part, it's been a hardcore, resilient game so far.
New Bedford traditionally a team that likes to run, but doesn't look like Dartmouth is afraid to run when they have the opportunity.
Yeah, they got to focus more fast breaks on this in this quarter. So far, they're doing all right on offense, but defense needs to step up their game this quarter as well.
Well, stay with us because at halftime, I understand that we are going to have Steve Gasper down here as a special guest. Chat with him a little bit about this special day as they name the court, the Coach Steve Gasper Court, here at the Carlin Lynch Fieldhouse. Okay, second quarter. Dartmouth with an opportunity to start things out. Montero, the ball goes off his hand and gets some words there that time from Demarius Roberts.
Great effort by Roberts.
Looks like miscommunication between the two Dartmouth players.
Boyd, up the court we go. Dartmouth back in that 2-3 zone. Batista in the corner. Down low, they try to work it to the other side. 4-3, way overthrown that time by number 11, and that was Rodrigues. Follow-up shot doesn't go. Roberts battling hard between the entire team. Rejected that time by Donovan Burgo.
What a great rejection by Donovan Burgo and Hunter Madison. The duo coming in on that block there. Let's look at the replay there. Look, they pull it out. Rebound, then try to bring it back up. And, yeah, Burgo got a piece of it.
As talented as Roberts is, there's no way he's going up against those two guys.
He almost came down with it, too.
Dartmouth content with keeping New Bedford on the outside.
New Bedford said they like to play fast pace, but right now it seems like they're the ones slowing the game down.
In the corner, 10 seconds on the shot clock, and we have a foul. Donovan Burgo was called that time. That's his first. There's a shot from the corner, doesn't go, but how about that follow-up that time by Anthony Diakite?
I think he meant to pass that.
So Diakite, very smart to pick that one up and put it right back in. High speed comes Montero, all the way to the basket, can't finish. Follow up by Madison. Taken away that time by Lloyd.
Watch the speed of Roberts here.
And a foul against Dartmouth.
Quick speed by Roberts to create that foul. Using his body as his size. Good ball protection as well. But for Dartmouth, I think they'd rather take this foul, get players back. They have to rush up the field, or court in this case.
Up and down action so far between Dartmouth and New Bedford. There's Lloyd trying to get by that tough Dartmouth defense. Colin Rodrigues was not able to make it through there. And it's a turnover, Dartmouth ball. Going to be inbounded by the junior Adam McGower, a 6'1" forward. Both teams have some pretty good depth. Roberts takes it away, goes up and draws the foul.
Great job there by Roberts drawing a foul there.
And speaking of depth, New Bedford said they're trying to get all their players out, so expect to see every single player regurgitate their talent.
Yeah, we were talking to Coach Matt Hill before the game. 5 years as the head coach, and he gave us the starting lineup. I said, who are we likely to see? He's like, everybody. I'm like, what do you mean everybody? Yeah, everybody. He says, that's the goal. We're going to work everybody in. So if you have that kind of depth as a timeout is called, you got to use it.
I think this is a well-deserved timeout here.
Take a look at that Dartmouth huddle with 6:27 to go here in the second quarter. 16-13 in favor of Dartmouth. Dartmouth girls winning the opener behind a fantastic game by Catherine Cheeseborough. Who else? And the Dartmouth boys team also having a great year so far. So this is great. Dartmouth and New Bedford, two great neighboring schools, rivals, and between the two of them, they've only lost one game all year. It's been a while.
Yeah, you know, these two teams just clashing at each other. This is like a big, if I had to compare this matchup, it would be like the NBA's like all-time like Celtics versus Lakers. If you had to ask me, or Duke versus North Carolina, all that kind of stuff.
Definitely has that feel. So back to the foul line goes Demarius Roberts, and Tom Demarius, he's really made his presence felt out there.
Oh, definitely. You can see even when he doesn't score, he's always involved. He's able to get back on defense, get rebounds, transition up the court. You'll love to see it.
And he's at the foul line right now with his
looking for two right
second
now.
Foul shot. Gets the bounce. 17-13, 4-point lead for New Bedford. New Bedford putting on a full court press. They steal it. That's Lloyd.
Again.
Lloyd inside to Roberts, an easy 2 on the full court pressure.
You know, that's one thing you got to hate when you're on defense. You leave that person wide open. And
another steal by New Bedford, and drawing the foul is Jensen Farnworth.
Beautiful defense by New Bedford. They're reading every play that Dartmouth wants to do. I say Dartmouth has to start throwing it up more. Try to create their own speed. Try to get into the offensive zone. Stop playing defense.
New Bedford's traditional staple, putting on that defensive pressure and turning it into offense.
Yeah, indeed.
Jensen Farnworth, he is a junior guard at the foul line for the Whalers. Looking to open up the biggest lead of the night. Still the biggest lead of the night. Put back!
Beautiful.
Oh, that was a great play by Roberts. It's now 22-13. Big lead at 9 points. And we have a foul behind the play. But it's a 9-point lead for New Bedford.
Watch that replay of Roberts' basket right here. You're going to see Roberts sneaking. Beautiful vert. Able to get the ball up.
Great job boxing out, getting that rebound. We were just talking about him before that. Chiquito in the corner, 4-3. Gomes, bang!
How do you like that? Dylan Gomes says. Answers and ends that streak for New Bedford.
And Roberts comes back and gets it to Diakite.
Roberts says whatever they can do, I can do better, and he proved it there.
Another foul behind the play.
Let's look
Dylan
at that
Gomes
3-point shot by Dylan Gomes.
on the foul.
Look,
Here's the
wide open
three-pointer.
shot, and bang!
If you also notice, they all start hurrying back. They don't even start to celebrate. They know New Bedford's coming.
Foul that time on Demarius Roberts, his first. At the foul line for Dartmouth will be the sophomore guard, 5 feet 11 inches tall, Aiden Smith. Can't get that to roll. Anthony Diakite comes down with the rebound. So here's Demarius Roberts, very impressed with this young man, the junior for New Bedford. Inside it goes. They try to kick it out. Dartmouth now playing some strong defense, and they steal it. Nice job that time by Smith. Long pass down, looking for Madison, but Desmond Brunskill says no. Nice hustle by Brunskill. Didn't get the ball, but stopped that, what would have been an easy layup.
You know, in this game, it's teamwork. A lot of teamwork here.
Nice look, and drawing the foul that time is number 10, Dylan Gomes.
Okay, you're going to see Roberts come up here, sneaking from behind. Right there, yeah, he's just looking for the ball. Too early, too high. Unfortunately, you might have to watch this. You might have to watch that get 2 points for him. You know?
Demarius Roberts committing the foul. That's his second on the night. Certainly not a player that you want to see in foul trouble if you're New Bedford. He's getting a breather. So Gomes gets the second one, 24-17. 7-point lead for New Bedford. Biggest lead they had was 9. Farnworth down to Lloyd. Now Baptista trying to move for the shot. Can't get it into the paint, and it's taken away by the Indians. To the basket, Smith for 2.
Wow, turnover.
Steal by Chiquito. That shot doesn't go. Dartmouth playing New Bedford's game. Pressure and steal. Here comes Chiquito. Chiquito for 3. Can't get it to go. Big rebound by Desmond Brunskill.
Coach Simonetti in the corner was screaming at them to slow it down. Don't just try to shoot it.
Oh, what a great play there by Amelie. Using that strength and able to force a jump ball there.
Mentioned Brunskill a moment ago. 15 rebounds in the win over Bridgewater Raynham, and he picked up a big rebound a moment ago for New Bedford. So jump ball call, possession arrow in favor of New Bedford, and they will be inbounding. Craig Baptista, he's a junior guard for the Whalers. Entertaining women's game and an entertaining gentlemen's game here from Dartmouth High School on the Gaspar court. Quick passing, stolen by the Whalers, by the Indian Smith. Oh man, hard foul there. As drawing it is Smith.
Took a 3-car collision there.
Good work by Smith too.
Desmond Brunskill committing the foul.
From behind. Good read. You're gonna watch him cross and then oh yeah.
Looks like he fell down after the fact, not so much from the original swat by Brunskill.
3-car collision there.
Aiden Smith getting some key early foul shots for Dartmouth. Whalers went on a spurt there, stealing putback. Built it up to 9 points at one point. The Indians have chiseled their way back, and now it's a 24-21 game, one possession. Here comes Desmond Brunskill. Lloyd now for New Bedford. Whalers setting up. Again, Dartmouth in that zone.
Try and keep their shots on the outside. Not trying to let them get any room into the paint.
Seems to have worked pretty good so far. They get it inside. They have to kick it out. The runner that time doesn't go for Rodricks. Here's Smith. Smith is fouled.
Good work by Smith creating another foul.
Looks like they caught Craig Baptista.
You're going to see Smith in your bottom right corner. Come up, yeah. Good work by him to be able to use his strength and ball placement.
Making some nice foul shots here is Aiden Smith. Looks like he may be one of those guys that put him at the line and he's going to drain it almost every time.
Well, have you ever heard of the announcer?
I jinxed him. Yep, I did it.
I was looking at you the whole time too.
I already did it in this game. Not in this game.
Steal that time by Dylan Gomes, and he's fouled.
Oh yeah, and they're going at it.
Madison not happy.
You can see number 3, Baptista, running in, trying to pull his teammate out, saying, don't even take a skip a penalty right now. Walk away.
Diakite, number 23, was in the middle of that for New Bedford as well. Take a look.
Yeah, that's totally uncalled for, though.
A little bit of aggression not being able to come up, but yeah.
And he shoved him at the end, you could see on that play.
Well, Dylan Gomes is at the line for Dartmouth. Foul is on Anthony Diakite. That's his second.
They're 0 for 3 since he called it out.
Really enjoying this loud Dartmouth contingent right to our left over here. Athletic director trying to keep things in line over here so they don't get too excited. Can't get the second one, and the ball goes New Bedford's way that time. Call against Dartmouth.
In this part of the game, it's totally uncalled for. Like, and I get it's just a competitive game, but like, it's just not okay to like be obnoxious.
Be that aggressive?
Aggressive, being an idiot in this predicament.
John Emile, the Dartmouth senior at 6'4", got called for the foul. That time his first. Desmond Brunskill, one of the taller members of New Bedford at 6'3". Bedford not with a tall team. Speaking of tall, there's Madison. 6'7", the tallest player out there.
You can always see him hanging in the paint.
Chiquito. Gets it across Emile. Now Smith, and we have a foul behind the play, and holding his hands up is Javion Lloyd. Looks like they caught Diakite again. Anthony Diakite, his third.
Dartmouth looking to make this a 1-point game right now.
Hunter Madison, a junior, 6 feet, 7 inches tall, the center for Dartmouth, and a kind of a popular fan favorite, we can tell. We got pictures of him up there that they hold up. 25-24, it's a 1-point game.
Ever since New Bedford went on that 9-point run, it's been all Dartmouth so far.
This is Avila. Trying to get it inside to Brunskill. Lloyd being guarded that time by Jaquito. And we have a timeout being called here by New Bedford with 3:10 to go in the half. As we get a look at that New Bedford bench.
I like that timeout a lot. I mean, you're losing a grip on this game. You can't really find any momentum. Slow it down, take a pause, take a breather, work out our game plan, and get back out there.
See Coach Hill there, we talked to before the game, and he was talking about that love to run, love to press, and that little spurt that they had right in the middle of the second quarter really did wonders for the New Bedford Whalers. And there is the Dartmouth huddle with first-year head coach Nicholas Simonetti in the middle there. What a great event for local sports here. 2 excellent teams. New Bedford at 5-0, Dartmouth at 7-1. And at halftime, you name the court after a real class act like Coach Steve Gasper. Great afternoon and early evening of entertainment here in the town of Dartmouth, and really for great New Bedford sports.
Yeah, glad it gets everyone in the town here watching this, and it's just so awesome to see everyone here and showing out.
So here's Evan Avila in the corner, Craig Baptista.
It looks like Dartmouth's running a different style of defense now. They're still running zone, but they're pressing up more, trying to stop those three-pointers from happening.
To the basket. Nice job that time by Evan Avila to find that little hole in the zone. Bedford's up by 3. Back the other way.
Beautiful.
Holy smokes, it's an offensive foul as Aiden Smith just ran hard through New Bedford.
The Dartmouth crowd doesn't like that. Oh, yeah, indeed, that's a good call there by the refs. It was in the NBA. It would be in the It would have been in the restricted area, and they would have called that a charge. And
well,
indeed, they called it there.
He was set up nicely to take the charge.
And Smith is animated on the sideline.
Lloyd can't get the 3 to go. On the rebound, a battle. Montero comes away with it.
Yeah, you can see Simonetti telling them to slow it down. Don't rush it. Play your style. Don't play what New Bedford wants you to play.
Right now, they're moving around quickly. Emil over to Gomes. Back to Emil. John Emil to the basket.
Beautiful.
Count it, and 1.
What a great play there by Emil. Using that wingspan, that body in him, the height, and what a shot.
Able to get that
off
starter
the
step
glass
off.
there.
Foul that time on Desmond Brunskill. That's his 3rd. That one just kind of spun out. 1-point lead, NB, with 2 minutes now to go here in the half. What an entertaining game this has been. Here's Avila. Lloyd to the paint. Lloyd can't get it to go. Rebound by Montero. And Elijah's got it now for Dartmouth.
Simonetti is saying, hurry up now.
Chiquito back to Emil.
Good cycling by Dartmouth here.
Madison trying to find his way to the paint. Kicks it back out, 4-3. Gomes can't get it to go. And it is off the New Bedford player, Brunskill.
Yeah, great shot selection there by courtesy of Dylan Gomes. But let's see what they could do over here. Hopefully put them in the lead at this moment.
Couldn't get the ball to Madison. But Dartmouth retains possession. Saw Jaquito trying to make that quick pass. But how about Madison there with his back to two players, trying to establish that sort of low post position. Out it goes, Gomes. Montero brings it around, being guarded by Lloyd. Montero. They work it around. Jaquito to Gomes. Jaquito inside of Madison.
Good work,
Madison, back door, and he lays it in.
You can see Madison pointing, telling him where to direct that ball. Perfect placement, perfect shot.
Very tough to stop that. Dartmouth takes the lead by one, 28-27. 55 seconds left in the half.
This is a great back and forth game, more entertaining.
To the basket. Committing the foul that time is Madison. And going to the line will be Joseph Goodine, son of great New Bedford legend Jojo Goodine, I understand. So he's at the foul line with 48 seconds left here in the half. Stay tuned for an interview with Coach Gasper. Nice ceremony here between the two games. I'm sure from the Dartmouth point of view, when you like to sweep it on Coach Steve Gasper Day,
This should actually be a school-wide holiday to celebrate. If you ask me, not to take the day off. I'm just saying school-wide, we all celebrate it.
Who's complaining about the day off, though?
it already is the day off.
No, I'm talking about when it's an actual school day, though.
Oh, yeah, right. Doesn't do you any good today on a Saturday.
Could be just the first Saturday of the year, like, you know how they do third Monday, Martin Luther King Day.
I'm going to tell you right there, you see number 14, Demarius Roberts, pleading his case over there as New Bedford tried to put the full court pressure on. Fortunately for him, the call goes against Evan Avila, because you really don't want to see Demarius Roberts get another foul. I think he's got 3 already.
Yeah, and if he gets 2 more fouls, he's out.
Elijah Montero, a junior, 5'10" guard, at the line for the Indians. Hoping to tie the game with this second foul shot. Can't get it to go. And a foul against Dartmouth.
Interesting to see how Dartmouth will play this defense now. They've been running zone this whole time. Maybe they switch it up to man.
Colin Rodrigues draws the foul, so he's at the foul line. Dylan Gomes commits the foul, his first. A lot of these foul shots have been kind of rimming out in the last few minutes. Can't get either one of them. Madison gets the rebound. 33 seconds on the shot clock, 42 on the game clock, so about a 10-second difference. They work it down to Madison.
Good work by Rodriguez.
Here comes Colin Rodrigues. Layup by
That's the
Yellow
style
Boy.
New Bedford's been trying to play this whole time.
Full court pressure by New Bedford.
Beautiful pressure, but take advantage of this if I'm Dartmouth.
Offensive foul called against John Emil.
Good work by, that was 21. He was able to get a good play there.
John Emil, the senior, 6'4", a forward, just going hard right through that New Bedford defense, and he gets called with the offensive foul. 18 seconds left. New Bedford up 3. To the basket goes Avila from the corner. Can't hit the shot is Batista. Back the other way comes the Indians. Akito looking for Madison.
Good grab by Madison.
A second to go. Offensive foul. With 0.6 seconds left. So not a lot New Bedford could do there. And that ends the first half. And what an exciting first half it is. New Bedford leading Dartmouth 31-28. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Yeah, Dartmouth needs to pay it next half. They got to do better in ball security. You just seen it on that last play where they were able to lay it up to the hoop. And more importantly, they just need to hold on to the ball and get more be better in possession. So,
see, I'm thinking right now, if I'm Dartmouth, I'm trying to play my style. I fell into the trap of playing against New Bedford. They took advantage of it. Next half, do not get upset if you're down by 2 or 3 scores. Play your style, don't panic. Second half underway in a few.
All right, we'll be right back in just a moment with, we're going to bring Coach Gasper right on right now. So let's bring Coach Gasper over here, and we're going to chat with this gentleman right here. And first of all, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations, Coach Gasper.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Well, real quick, right? Okay, 34 years teaching, 28 years as a varsity head coach, 19 of them in the state tournament, 324 wins, a Hall of Fame member as both a player and as a coach. Not a bad little resume right there.
No, I've been very fortunate, very fortunate. You know, I was lucky to have such wonderful players. You know, it really should be named all the players, you know, all the players. That wasn't me. That was them.
Well, it's really nice honor. And
yeah.
I know you're standing over there. I see your family, a lot of family of basketball players, a lot of supporters over there. And it's really nice to see you over there with the support of the family, which I know is very, very important to you, of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you can't. There they come now. You can't ask for a better family. They were just so supportive, so loving. You know, I was very fortunate. You know.
Well, your love for basketball. What is it about basketball that you like so much that enables you to go out there and compete like that as a head coach?
I started when I was a sophomore in high school. Mr. Palmieri was a great high school coach, you know, back in the 60s. And he's the one that turned me on. And a little tidbit, he says, why don't you go to a camp over the summer? And that was between my sophomore and junior year. And I went to Sam Jones' camp. You remember Sam Jones?
Yes, I do.
He played for the Celtics. I went for him. I went to his camp. And just a little thing, they would give you a little plaque, a little plaque, and if you beat him in foul shooting, you take 10 shots, you beat him. If you didn't get 9, he wouldn't. You couldn't challenge. You know, he wouldn't do it. So I got 10 out of 10. He got 9 out of 10, and I still have that little plaque. You know, and that really turned me on to basketball. You know, I was lucky to get 10 out of 10. You know?
How old were you?
16.
Wow.
Yeah.
So see, when you see these youngsters, some of them missing foul shots, I always say it drives the coach crazy.
Oh, it drives the coach crazy, yeah.
Because that's something you should be able to practice, right?
Yeah, and Joe Ferroba was here. I don't know if you know Joe, the Bridgewater coach. He used to coach at Bridgewater for many years. Him and I played for Jim Lesketoff in college. We were both teammates. And he was saying what the stories we could tell you about Lusky. Wow. I mean, I remember one day he made us run so much that after practice, I sat down and I could not get up. I was just exhausted. But he was a great coach, and I miss him. I really do.
You have a question,
Yes.
Yeah, how does it feel to have your own name on this court?
Well, it's a great honor, obviously, but it's more a reflection of all my players. You know, we were a family. We were a family, and like we had an alumni game today, and there was so many former players back, and they know it's part of the family. Nick played for me. Brian Jalbert, who's the girl coach, he played for me. So it's a family atmosphere, and we're a tight-knit group.
I remember back in the day when I'd come down with the camera, you know, and I'd be shooting video, and you'd have the whole coat on. First thing that came off was the coat. They alluded to it during your ceremony. Then the next thing is the tie kind of came down,
yeah.
And then eventually the tie was gone. Every single game, and it was just like, it was this whole thing, and I always enjoyed that. How did that all happen?
I just happened, you know, and that was the thing today. He says, how come you're not wearing a tie so you can rip it off? And I says, no. No, those days are over with, but those were the good days. And like I said, this is what we used to have. You know, remember back in the day when New Bedford and Dartmouth were playing, the gym was always like this. And Nick was really nervous this morning because he was saying that the kids have never played in front of a big crowd before. And they were expecting a good crowd. And I said, this is what you used to play for in front of Nick all the time. New Bedford, Dartmouth games over there, standing room only. And this is where it was, at Durfee, you know. But this is what it used to be. And we're going to get the kids, the fans, back into it, you know.
Well, I enjoyed the fact that when they mentioned, when you were up at the podium, when they had to pick a day to do this, what opponent did you want? And it was like, no doubt about it, it was going to be New Bedford.
I was telling Toppy, it was first with New Bedford. You know, we've had great games with them, a great relationship. Yeah, it was a no-brainer.
Now let's not forget about teaching. Obviously, a great career as an educator. My son actually is a gym teacher over at New Bedford High School. Really, really enjoying that. And, you know, to be able to relate to the kids, you know, Mike Capello, the hockey coach, just retiring from the coaching part of it. But to be able to be a great educator, to get through to a lot of the young kids as they're coming up, to teach them the right way and to carry themselves in a certain way, so important for an educator to be able to do that.
Oh, yes. He'll know, you know, it takes a long time, and you're going to have some setbacks, but you keep plugging, and those things are going to come. As long as you're positive, you'll have some good results.
So obviously Eddie Roderick's a good friend of yours, Brian Baptiste. When I see you, I think of all of those, Skip Karam and all the coaches of back in the day that you mentioned, a lot of the great players. A lot of them are here tonight.
Yeah, I saw Mike Karan. But
Karan.
Eddie couldn't be here, but Tommy's here, Tom Toppy's here. And, in fact, Mike Karan tells me, you know, Mike is a character. He says, well, the other last icon left. And I'm all, I am? I said, I didn't think myself as an icon, but I guess I am, you know.
We'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, before we let you go, do you have any final thoughts here to the folks of Dartmouth and this wonderful day for you and your family?
Well, I just want to thank everyone, you know, thank the school committee, the superintendent, the AD. You know, it's a great honor, but like I said, it's an honor that it's a reflection of all my players. They're the ones that, you know, deserve this honor.
And by the way, the after prom, that whole prom thing, my wife worked it many, many times. What a wonderful idea to have that after prom thing.
Yeah.
Keep the kids safe, you know.
We did that for 24 years, and it was a nice idea. My wife came up with that, you know, a long time ago, and it was about mid-'90s we started it, and we just kept it, and it just exploded, and the kids loved it. You know, in fact, it got bad. It got what the bad disadvantage was, I should say, was they wanted to go to the after prom and not the prom. And I said, no. You go to the prom, enjoy yourself, then you come to the after prom. And it was all run by the community. Everything was fundraised, and it was a great thing for these kids.
Yeah, my wife worked it, and I couldn't work it one year. But anyway, she came home at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, wow, this thing goes all night.
Oh, it goes till 5, and then everything has to be out by 7:30. Yeah, because they have classes in here.
Well, Coach, congratulations again. It's been a wonderful day. It's great to see you. It brings back a lot of memories, and all the best to you and your family in your retired years.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. All right,
congratulations,
thank you.
Steve Gasper, the Steve Gasper Court. We'll be right back with the second half. Enjoyable chat there with Steve Gasper, naming it for the coach. The floor here, the Coach Steve Gaspar Court. So congratulations to him and his family here at the Lynch Fieldhouse. Paul Santos alongside Thomas Dunford and my friend Mr. Smith right over here. Smitty in the house. What are you guys thinking about the second half here?
Yeah, it should be a highly competitive second half here, and I'm hoping that Dartmouth puts up a win, and hopefully, the main focus here is just like defense and ball security. Defense is playing a little sloppy, and I think ball security we need to do better in ball security, in my opinion.
Expect Dartmouth to play more conservative as well. They were trying to get too much with too little, costing them a bunch of points, as you saw. But right away, even now, expect them to slow the game down and play their style.
So the opening moments of quarter number 3. If you're watching on YouTube Live, glad to have you looking in. If you're watching the replay on Dartmouth Community Media, happy to have you with us as well as that shot rings out, but on the glass.
Beautiful rebound
as he banks it in.
He really just put it in, dip and dunk there.
Madison, a prevalent part of the first half. Expect to be more of them in the second.
Here comes Roberts.
Another player in the first half, Roberts. I gave my praise to him.
33-30, New Bedford by 3. Chiquito working it all the way around.
Chiquito also is a good aggressive player as well.
Bedford mixing some zone in there as Madison cuts through. Can't get it to roll. Trying to get the rebound, but Roberts ends up with it. And here he comes on the break. Roberts finds the space and lays it in.
Beautiful play. Good footwork, good focus, able to keep his head on a swivel, see the open lane, and take it.
The lead is 5 for New Bedford. Madison wants the long one. Got it!
Beautiful.
What a shot there by Hunter Madison with that wingspan and that height.
A big guy from downtown. Now the big guy starts hitting shots like that. That could be enormous as the Whalers come back the other way. Ball bounces up and out of bounds. Dartmouth ball. Bedford trying to get that fast break going. Jake Chiquito, he's a senior guard at 6 feet tall, bringing it up for the Indians. Dartmouth working it down baseline. Oh, I can't get it to go. Chiquito gets a unlucky bounce there.
Nice play by Chiquito, but unable to get it. But
inside pass, nice passing.
Sloppy defense by Dartmouth. They were getting too caught up with Roberts trying to take his own. Instead, they lost control. And, score says 37-33.
Diakite, 4-point advantage now for the Whalers. And looks like we have a foul called against New Bedford. Argued by Roberts to no avail.
That's his 4th foul.
Let's see if they called it on him. Looks like luckily for New Bedford, they called it on Javian Lloyd. Madison getting into it there with Craig Baptista.
Yeah, I got to give kudos to Madison there. Use that aggressiveness and able to draw a foul there and not allow a jump ball. Possibility it would have been New Bedford's ball here.
Madison's at the foul line. Craig Baptista committed the foul for New Bedford. Madison can't get either of them. Javion Lloyd.
Madison has been cold at the free throw line today.
Picks up the rebound. Dartmouth back in the 2-3 zone.
It was working beforehand.
Whalers from downtown. And got the shot to go, and a good rebound that time by Chiquito.
great shot selection there.
Gomes inside. Shot that time by John Emile.
Beautiful pass by Smith, by the way, to get it down the court to get that chance in the first place.
37-35, New Bedford by 2. Roberts gets the lucky bounce. 40-35.
Robert's such a dangerous factor for this New Bedford team. His speed, his dynamic, footwork. It's hard to stop him.
Chiquito to Madison, and Madison is just slamming into the New Bedford player. That was number 5, Tyler Mills.
Man, it looked like football players just crashing in like when they're going down the middle on a fourth down and inches.
Pass down inside. In the paint.
Beautiful.
Dishing it off to Madison. A nice pass that time.
Emile with a beautiful pass to Madison.
One possession game. Demarius Roberts. Lloyd back to Roberts. Wants the long one. Can't get it to go on the glass. Nice offensive rebound that time by Diakite. Follow-up shot is way off by Lloyd. Back comes Dartmouth. Count it, and one by Dylan Gomes.
Could be a three-point play there. Here's the instant replay, but look at that. Able to draw that foul. Bang. What a good shot there by Dylan Gomes. And showing all that.
And the rig by Aiden Smith for getting the ball, getting their 2 players.
Dylan Gomes doing an outstanding job on the Dartmouth football team this year, both offensively and
despite
defensively.
Despite throwing, only getting 1 touchdown on the season for Dartmouth, he's been really good on defense. Has a lot leads. I think he led the team in interceptions last season.
Oh yeah, as a defensive back, outstanding, and he's at the foul line right now, looking to tie this game up.
I compare him to the Patriots' Marcus Jones, the corner for the Patriots as well.
As long as he's not J.C. Jackson.
Couldn't get the bounce there. Here's Roberts being guarded by Smith.
I think he did get arrested, and he's here.
Good cycling by New Bedford right now.
Dartmouth continuing to defend in that zone. There's Madison with a big rebound using that 6 feet,
They're
7 inches
Roberts
of height.
right now. They're trying to take away any opportunity he can get.
Using my sling, Paul.
To the basket.
Good keeping.
Just barely kept that in, but Roberts is going to come back the other way for the Whalers.
Roberts,
nice bank shot by Roberts.
Little bit of miscommunication.
Said it before, he's the X factor for New Bedford.
Almost another steal. Here's Madison. Second effort. Possibly a third effort.
Beautiful.
Count it, and one.
How do you like that, he said.
Good mentality by Madison. Don't give up after the first or second one. He continues to fight for it.
Hits him in the noggin there. And the "you can't do that" chants are erupting in the student section here at the high school.
So there's Madison getting ready to take that foul shot, completes the 3-point play. And how about this? 42-42. 3:10 to go and a timeout by Dartmouth.
You see Roberts trash talking to Dartmouth sideline over here.
Yeah, I know. Things are getting testy out there.
Let's take another replay at that last basket, shall we? Hey, you see Madison kicks it up, kicks it back down. Third opportunity, able to fire again. Beautiful. Doesn't give up. He trusts himself.
$3:10 to go. 42-42. It doesn't get much better than this. Ball bounces away and out of bounds. A little sloppy there.
Yeah, a little sloppy there. I think they had a little miscommunication.
Well, here comes Demarius. It's actually Joseph Anderson. Drawing the foul that time is Adam McGower.
McGower's also a good shooter as well. Pre-announcers jinx.
Tyler,
we've already had it once before.
Tyler Mills got called with a foul that time.
Oh, maybe not.
So Tom, what do you think here?
Second win.
I mean, we wouldn't want any other way right now. 1 point game, 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third. That's how a basketball game should be.
Indeed, I agree with you.
Good job at the line that time by Adam McGower, the junior forward, 6 feet, 1 inch tall. Well, Dartmouth now has the lead by 2. From the corner for 3. Can't get it to go is Colin Rodricks. Rail is on the break.
Ooh.
Couldn't keep it in. They threw it in. And it was number 14 drawing the foul that time, Demarius Roberts.
Again, honestly, I think Dartmouth would rather just take the foul, get players back. Don't let Roberts get speed down the end zone.
That's their first foul of this half so far, Paul.
Anderson getting the ball now to Roberts. Anderson double teamed. Follow-up shot.
Good rebound by Madison.
Doesn't go by Rodricks. Back the other way, 4-3. Couldn't get it to go. That was McGower. That comes New Bedford.
This is New Bedford style right here.
Roberts
Good
stolen
read.
that time. A great job that time by number 10, Dylan Gomes. Jump ball called by the officials. Possession arrow, New Bedford.
Dylan Gomes was staying aggressive there with Roberts.
Demarius Roberts clapping back at him there. Did you see that?
The game's about trash talking a little bit, but
he's proving it on the court.
Chiquito guarding Roberts. He goes right to the paint. Couldn't get it to go. Back the other way comes McGower. Is that a double dribble?
I believe so.
They're going to call it a double dribble or
So a turnover. New Bedford ball.
The most important thing is in basketball, you can't touch the ball with 2 hands. You have to use 1 hand at a time.
Drawing the foul that time is Joseph Goodine, and they caught Madison.
You know, I got to say there, Dylan Gomes drew the foul there. I seen it before and slapped his hand. Good call by the refs.
Foul on Dylan Gomes, his second. Out goes Madison. In comes Donovan Burgo. Madison getting a break so they can bring him back for the clutch in the 4th quarter. 44-43, Dartmouth by 1. Almost a steal, but the Indians break the press.
You can find that on You Got Mossed, ESPN.
Drawing the foul, a blocking foul. Dylan Gomes, he'll go to the line. Dartmouth did a good job breaking the press there.
Yeah, able to draw that foul. Dylan Gomes using that aggressiveness in the paint. Good job by Gomes drawing it.
New Bedford had the biggest lead tonight by 9. Dartmouth has chiseled away at that.
That was the 22-13 point of the game.
Ever since then, Dartmouth has been able to contain New Bedford's fast break offense, forcing them to play entirely different.
Now it's Dartmouth by 3. Dartmouth in the zone. Roberts. Real catalyst for this New Bedford team. Trying to get to the basket is Evan Avila, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Aiden Smith got the foul there, and a little strong foul there by Smith. And Avila will go to the line shooting 2 right now.
What do you see so far, Tom?
Right now, I think this is a well-designed game plan for Samedi and Dartmouth. They're playing the style they want, containing Roberts to the best of their ability. More to come.
Shout out to those who are watching live on YouTube. We got a nice audience here as we come down to the final minutes of the third quarter into the fourth quarter. We know we have a lot of folks down there in Florida watching, a lot of folks around the country, family and friends, which is a big advantage with the games now on YouTube Live.
Think Jimmy Thompson's watching?
It could be. Jim Thompson, if you're out there, shout out to all of us here at Dartmouth Community Media.
122 watching.
For 3, does not go. Rebound, Lloyd. Dartmouth putting some pressure on right after the missed basket. A pull-up. Counted by Evan Avila. We're tied at 46. New Bedford putting on the full court pressure. In the corner it goes. Drawing the hard foul that time is Adam McGower.
McGower's slow to get up there.
You see Samedi yelling at them to slow it down again. He doesn't like them getting having to run away, getting chased. He wants them to slow it down, play at their pace.
Back into the game comes Madison after that couple of minute break. They're not going to wait too much longer to get him right back into the game. As Adam McGower is at the foul line for the Indians. So New Bedford will bring it up with 40 seconds to go in the third.
Coach Matt Hill said expect to see all the players get reps, and right now it's a whole new starting lineup. No longer the starting 5 who started the game.
They work the ball around. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shot that time will not go. On the rebound, they're all over the floor. Swatting it away that time and rejecting it is Donovan Burgo.
I gotta say, what a rejection there by Donovan Burgo. He's big with the height, and that wingspan, wow, what a good rejection there.
6'3" junior. Roberts is fouled. And he'll go to the line with 8 seconds to go in the third quarter.
That was Anderson, by the way.
Got a good look at Demarius Roberts, but this is an enjoyable guy to watch play.
Joseph Anderson, yeah, he and Roberts, they play a similar style. Definitely 2 intact players.
Roberts has been everywhere tonight for New Bedford. Madison's such an impact player on the Dartmouth side. We can understand why he's a fan favorite. Using every bit of that height and strength. There he is with a rebound right there. Montero bringing it down for Dartmouth. Final seconds of the quarter. 2 seconds left. Shot will not fly by Donovan Burgo. And at the end of 3, Dartmouth 48, New Bedford 47. A 1-point game as we enter the fourth quarter.
This quarter, Dartmouth stalled on defense, but I got to say ball security played really fine in this quarter, and that's really well. They've done really well in that predicament.
I think it was a better quarter. I think they came out, played their style. They didn't fault under pressure. They were getting chased, but they didn't panic with the ball. They were able to stay calm, have possession, taking a 1-point lead into the fourth.
One thing is definitely true, as you pointed out a moment ago, head coach Matt Hill of the New Bedford Whalers, now in his 5th year, talked about how he leans on that starting 5, but then he doesn't just bring in 2, maybe 3 players. He empties the bench, goes right up and down, rotating players through, trying to keep those starting guys fresh. Meanwhile, the Dartmouth Indians, I got to tell you, New Bedford likes to run. That's not necessarily Dartmouth's game, but Dartmouth can run too. We've seen that.
Well, 100%.
I bet you I'm burning more calories standing up in this game. But anyways, great show out tonight,
Hope the folks that are unable to be here tonight, that are watching around the country, that are from Dartmouth, family, friends, grandparents, hope you're enjoying this telecast on Dartmouth Community Media. Madison with the ball now on the baseline. Looks like they're trying to set up for the outside shot. Down it goes to Madison. Madison can't get it to go. He gets his own rebound and he's fouled.
That's Madison's office right there. He loves staying down there, getting in the paint.
Yeah, excellent job there, drawing a foul for Hunter Madison. Now rebounds it and tries to put it back up, and looks like Avelia was saying, "I didn't draw the foul," but we could clearly see it there.
Javian Lloyd taking a break. And so is Roberts. Madison can't get it to go. 48-47 Dartmouth in the fourth quarter. Long bomb won't go for Roberts. Nice rebound there by the Indians. That was Emil. Madison. There's a three ball. Bang! Chiquito!
Good back and forth by Madison and him to be able to put that in.
How do you like that, Jake Chiquito? What a good shot. Wide open and bang.
Inside it goes. Nice look. And it's a foul against Dartmouth. I believe they caught Burgo.
Yeah, what a great shot. Wide open. Bang. Trying to do my best Mike Breen there.
Let him have it.
Couldn't tell the difference between you two.
That's Goodine at the line for New Bedford. Nice rebound by New Bedford. That's Avila. Inside it goes, and it's a travel against Joseph Goodine.
Yeah, he took like 3 steps there. He made a pivot, and I even seen it immediately.
There's Elijah Montero. Let's see, what do we have here?
What in the world?
All right. Ball inbounded. 4-3. Can't get it to go on the offensive glass. Chiquito.
The Bedford's trying to just contain someone right away, chase after them, take away any option to pass, and force them to shoot.
Chiquito, nice look to Madison, and Madison will go to the line.
Great job by Madison drawing the foul over there.
And a nice look by Chiquito.
Yeah, try to pick it up. Yeah, good. Highly contested shot. You got 3 people covering you. You're definitely going to be called on a foul there.
Marius Roberts now with 3. Dartmouth up by 5. Chiquito on Roberts. Dartmouth continuing to play that zone, trying to keep the ball away from the paint. Double team, steal, almost.
Good collapse too by Chiquito.
10 on the shot clock. What a shot that time by number 3, Craig Baptista.
Good work by Baptista. Using his nifty little footwork there, crossing over the edge, putting it in.
53-50. Here's Montero. New Bedford now in the zone. McGower. Back to Montero. Montero takes it to the paint.
That's his first shot by Montero.
New Bedford by 5. 5:35 to go. Turnaround shot won't go for New Bedford. Good defensive rebound by McGower.
Coach Simonetti telling them to move it faster.
Coach Simonetti, Coach Matt Hill.
He did play basketball, Coach Simonetti, here.
How about that drive by Madison?
Madison again in the paint. 6'7". Hard to stop him with one person as New Bedford takes a timeout.
Let's look at that last basket there. What do we got? Bang. Able to get that through. Good shot there by Hunter Madison. Able to not draw the foul there and put it in.
We have a huge crowd out here today, as Coach Gasper said at the half. I mean, this place is packed, and you can see it right there. All the seats are taken up in the stands, and even around behind each basket, there are many, many people here tonight enjoying this terrific basketball game, and we're glad you're able to watch it right here on Dartmouth Community Media. Just a sea of fans, so great to see.
Yeah, big crowd show out tonight. Like I just said, I usually say this all year long. They show up to any game. It could be football, basketball, hockey, lacrosse. They show up to everything. They believe in their school, and they show a lot of school spirit here.
It's a great atmosphere.
Oh, 100%. I haven't seen anything like this.
You know, as you being a Braintree native, you know, we had a conversation earlier. They didn't have this program in high school. Glad you're getting involved in UMass.
Yeah.
There goes Roberts, fouled by Elijah Montero.
Well, Roberts and Montero going at it.
That was Montero's third foul. Roberts from way downtown. Can't get it to go. Good rebound there by Batista, though. Roberts taking it from like the NBA area.
Good cycling by New Bedford right now. Finding that open lane.
There goes Roberts.
That's star
the
player
big
taking
shot
it
as
to
it
the
goes
zone.
in.
Beautiful.
5-point lead for Dartmouth at 57-52.
You can see Coach Simonetti pulling up too. They don't want them taking threes right now. They want them getting in deep, get ready, create fouls like that.
Can't get the roll that time from Donovan Burgo.
Great shot selection, but to no avail.
Roberts rejected that time by Madison. Madison says no. Back the other way come the Whalers. Scoop shot. I wouldn't go. Madison. Count it.
Madison finishes it, but Madison also started that by getting a good block on Roberts.
Wow, Madison. What a game he's having today.
Picking up that rebound of the Montero shot. Roberts keeps taking these NBA threes. This time he goes to the paint, and he draws the foul. I think, let's take a look at this block by Dartmouth. Get out of there.
Did a Dikembe Mutombo there.
Get out of here with that. So at the line right now is Demarius Roberts, who I think has played an outstanding game, but a little out of control the last couple of times, I thought, Tom.
He looks a little frustrated, I'll tell you that much.
Taking back-to-back NBA threes. I mean, he may hit those in practice, so he's thinking, okay, you're going to pack it in. I'm going to take this open look from way out here, but he missed both of them.
He looks flustered, yeah.
At the foul line.
If I'm Coach Matt Hill, I'm taking Roberts off for a bit. He looks like he's getting a temper. Let him cool down, get a breather. You're going to need him soon.
Yeah, I'm fearing that he's going to be fouled out of this game.
How many does he have, 3 or 4?
He's got 3.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go, but...
Chiquito looking for Madison in the paint. Madison with his back to the basket, and it's a travel against Dartmouth.
I don't know about that call there.
Very close one. Dartmouth looking for the foul, but instead it's the travel against the Indians. Great game. 7-point Dartmouth lead with 3:18 to go. Roberts thinking about shooting it again. Roberts can't get the roll. Rebound.
Good fake by Roberts there to start, though.
Diakite off the hand of Montero. It goes out of bounds.
Roberts looking cold right now in this game.
Looks like he's trying to do it alone. Brunskill hits it into Roberts, being guarded by Montero. Roberts to the paint. Through traffic, banks it in. Nice play by Roberts that time.
Watch out for him now. He's got his confidence back up.
Full court defensive pressure there by New Bedford. Spinning to the basket.
Beautiful.
And laying it in is John Emile.
I got to say, what a phenomenal shot there by Emile.
That was a clutch basket.
Good spin move as well.
61-54. Roberts trying to go through the whole team. Loses it to Chiquito. Roberts trying to steal it off Chiquito. He does.
Roberts.
And Roberts lays it up and in. Wow, he's playing with such aggressiveness. He has to be careful, but what a play that time. One-on-one, straight steal. Emile in the corner for three. Madison couldn't get it to go. Big rebound that time by Roberts. And that time it goes against Dartmouth.
Let's watch this Roberts steal right now in your corner. You're going to see him. Good aggression, good body work. It will stay on his feet as well. Beautiful.
Takes it away from Chiquito. Chiquito commits his second foul of the night.
Doing a phenomenal job laying that in, though.
And a timeout is being called on the court with 2:06 to go. Dartmouth leading 61-56, a 5-point lead.
Yeah, they have to really manage that 5-point lead. They need to add more points on the board and able to seal this game.
If you're Coach Matt Hill, what are you saying to your roster right now?
Well, I think you got to calm them down just a little bit. I mean, Roberts is playing aggressive. He's leaving it all on the floor, but it has to be controlled aggression because it looked like he was out of control a little bit a couple times, and that could actually come back to haunt you.
Oh, 100%. If anything, I'm telling Roberts to just slow down, take your time. You're rushing it. Giving up turnovers like that is not going to help you in the long run.
It was a great steal, that one-on-one, but there were a couple of times that he was trying to go through 3-4 players, and I think you really, at that point, got to look to dish it off to a teammate. As far as Dartmouth, just keep doing what you're doing. I like that zone defense. They're forcing the outside shot. Very difficult to go right through the zone. So we'll see what happens here with 2:06 to go. This game has definitely lived up to its billing.
And they're going to do free throws here, I think.
Yeah, the foul on Jake Chiquito before. So Roberts is at the foul line. I know he missed 2 foul shots a little while back.
Roberts taking a deep breath, telling himself it's okay. Just play your game. Don't worry about the crowd. Don't worry about anyone else but yourself.
Front rims it again. On the glass, though. Good job that time by, and it's a travel. Anthony Diakite got the rebound, but
I got to say, Roberts was confused there, and he was like, I didn't do it. Well, we did see it.
pass goes into Smith. Inside, couldn't get it to go. Was Emile. Roberts the other way. Roberts dishes off. And the foul is called as Javion Lloyd will go to the line. This is what I was talking about, dishing off after getting the attention.
Dartmouth's falling right into the trap that New Bedford set. They want them to try to get these fast baskets, miss, come down the field, have Roberts either dish it or take it himself. If I'm Dartmouth, I'm not taking that chance again. Play back, play defense.
Fortunately for Dartmouth, Lloyd was not able to finish, but he's going to get the 2 shots here at the foul line. Could make it a 1-possession game with this foul shot.
Tight game. Could make it 1 possession. No, it'll be tight.
Back rims it, but how about that rebound?
Yeah, great effort there by
Diakite.
I was going to say Diakite.
Diakite, they told me. 1:45 to go. Roberts out for a 3. Front rim by Javion Lloyd, and back the other way comes Smith. Smith gets fouled. Believe they caught Lloyd. They did.
Good sportsmanship by Diakite, though. Noticing Smith was down, going right over to help him up, giving him a pat on the back, saying good work there.
Yeah, 100% there. You know, Smith is also slow to get up and limping a little bit.
Aiden Smith at the line, 5'11", sophomore guard for the Dartmouth Indians. A lot of pressure on these kids in front of these big crowd here at the Coach Steve Gasper court. That's the second one. 5-point game. Indians defending in that zone. To the basket, Roberts, that was terrific.
Beautiful play by Roberts.
Takes it hard to the paint.
Strength and mobility.
Full court press. Foul against New Bedford, excuse me.
And Montero is limping. Montero was hopping on one foot for a minute.
Tell you, when New Bedford is putting that defensive pressure on,
Diakite gets fouled out there.
yeah, they got to be in control when they're doing the full court pressure.
Yeah, full court pressure, you know, they go 100 miles an hour going at each other. And, yeah, you got to be really careful when it comes to those situations.
Talking to Coach Gasper during the half, he was talking about Coach Simonetti. His players were nervous because they're not used to playing in front of gigantic crowds like this. Really hard to concentrate on those foul shots, but Elijah Montero gets the second one. 4-point game, 1:13 to play. Roberts gets fouled by...
No, timeout.
No, timeout, beg your pardon. Timeout with 1:11 left. Timeout by Matt Hill of New Bedford. Good timeout there by Hill, I believe.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well. Great timeout, and just take a quick little breather until, like, we're in, like, the witching hour right now.
Just about, yeah. Close matchup. I think right now Dartmouth has been the better team when it comes to like passing, vision-wise. I mean, you can never count out New Bedford with Roberts coming down. You never know if he's going to pass it, shoot it, take a chance. He's proven it today that he's got everything.
Well, we're looking forward to the last few seconds of this game here with Dartmouth leading by 4, 63-59. Been very entertaining watching both players. I would point out to two players that kind of jump off the map here. Hunter Madison, the junior 6'7" center for Dartmouth.
The Let's Go Dartmouth chants are out.
And Demarius Roberts, the junior guard for New Bedford. A lot of other contributions, of course, but those two players seem to be the catalysts for their respective team. Ball being inbounded here by Lloyd. Roberts telling Lloyd to move. Baptista inside, trying to get a shot. Outside, it is blocked. A block that time by Smith.
Oh,
and it's going to go against
They're going to call it a technical foul on Smith for yelling at.
Yeah, Smith letting the emotion get the better of him.
Let's take a look at it again.
Beautiful block, but then watch him celebrate.
But they teed him there.
He went right in the face of the New Bedford player. Unfortunate. Got to stay in control in these moments, and Craig Baptista will take the shot here for New Bedford. Crucial foul shots here because of the technical on Smith. Well, it's 1 out of 2. One possession game is 63-60. Throws an extra one up there. 58 seconds left. Ball to be inbounded by Lloyd.
Expecting a lot of full court press.
Dartmouth extending that zone.
So Maggie's telling them to come up and press. Don't let that 3-shot come in.
To the basket. Scoop shot doesn't go. Rebound. As going hard to the basket that time was Craig Baptista for New Bedford.
Great aggressiveness there from Hunter Madison, too.
22 seconds left on the shot clock. So it's New Bedford in possession of the ball. Roberts in the corner for 3. Can't get it to go.
Good work, but
that was Craig Baptista trying to get the 3-point shot there.
I already knew, like, when you had that wide open shot, a highly contested shot, excuse me, you're not going to, it's like a 25% chance you'll get a 3-pointer on that one.
All being inbound by McGower. Gets it to Chiquito. Back to McGower.
Timeout.
Timeout.
Dartmouth.
35.6 seconds to go with a one-possession 63-60 lead as this one comes right down to the shot, last shot.
What's the game plan here?
Well, if you're Dartmouth, I think you got to do what you're doing. I think that zone is working well. They're extending it out a little bit. Obviously, you want to defend against the 3-point shot, but you don't want to just give up the easy drive. So, obviously, that's probably what they're talking about right now, how to defend what Dartmouth is going to see from New Bedford here as New Bedford tries to tie this game up.
I agree with you. I'm going to just say this. Draw some fouls and give you more points here.
That was my thought. Take fouls. Don't panic if you miss. Don't panic if you go down. Play your style. As for Matt Hill, I'm thinking maybe sit Roberts for a little bit. Don't have him foul out by taking 2 crummy fouls.
Well, the thing is, there's only 35 seconds left in the game. And if he's your top player, you want him in there. So Chiquito will be inbounding.
Him and Montero sharing a few exchange words. Sure, it's nothing but polite.
Tried to get a steal, but they didn't. McGower trying to get it to Madison.
See, that's what
And a foul against New Bedford.
See, on that play there, that's what I'm saying. Draw fouls so you can get more points. And that's what they did there.
Madison trying to make this a 2-possession game.
Hunter Madison, the 6'7" junior center with a whole cheering section over here. People holding up posters with his face on it.
Fathead
Big
posters.
foul shots. We got them both. Clutch.
Beautiful.
65-60. New Bedford needs points in a hurry. Roberts decides to take it to the basket. And he draws the foul. Oh, I was thinking maybe he took an extra step there, but maybe not. Did what he does best. Take it to the paint.
A lot of exchanging words in the Dartmouth crowd.
100%.
He hasn't really done a great job with the foul shots. He's missed a lot of them.
There's another.
Misses another shot. He's had a hard time from the foul line, unlike Madison hitting the 2 of them at the other end. Roberts gets the second one, 65-61. McGower down to Madison. Putting pressure on him, and the foul is called. He had no choice but the foul.
So far, Hunter Madison has been cold on the line. Hopefully he can change that at this moment in the game.
Demarius Roberts, 4th personal foul.
One more, he's out.
That could be huge for Dartmouth right now.
Madison is like money from the foul line.
Money Madison.
Looks like it. He's there like ice water in his veins, just dropping every single foul shot. We haven't seen that in either the girls' game or the boys' game. A lot of missed foul shots. Roberts for three. Way off. Air ball.
Try to chip it downfield, kill some time on the clock.
Bedford's going to have to foul, but does a steal. And drawing the foul that time is number 2, Desmond Brunskill. So that's the plan, of course. Go for the steal. If you can't get the steal, then you have to foul.
Even though that was kind of a bad situation at this moment in the game. Like, you got to hold onto the ball.
Desmond Brunskill at the foul line for New Bedford, and he misses a key foul shot. Foul was on Adam McGower. I mean, look at the foul shots just in the last minute or so. Madison getting them all, New Bedford missing them all. Well, that time he got the second one. Still a 5-point game, though. Here comes the pressure, and there's the foul.
Great job holding on the ball there by McGower. He knew there was a lot of pressure coming, and he just drew the flat foul there.
They're just hoping to get this clock killed out slowly but surely.
Tell you, Madison's played a great game like we've expected him to, battling down low under the basket. But how about those key foul shots, those last couple of times down there? Bang, 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 bang. I think he gets 6 in a row.
He makes his presence felt, both offensively and defensively, coming up with a couple huge rebounds as well.
And at the charity stripe. McGower missing that one, but still a 5-point lead. Bedford really has to come down and hit a 3-pointer immediately to stay in the game. Dartmouth guarding it well, 4-3, can't get it to go. Rebound, Dartmouth. Time's going to run out on New Bedford. Dartmouth wins it.
How do you like that, Paul?
67-62 on Coach Steve Gasper Day at Dartmouth High School.
What an upset. And the court rushes on.
Well, that was an enjoyable contest between Dartmouth and New Bedford, and we can definitely say, I know it's a cliche, they left it all out on the court.
100%. I mean, battle with intensity. They were really, really adamant about what they wanted, and they got that dub today.
And what can you say about Hunter Madison? I mean, doing it on the court, under the basket, offensively, defensively, rebounds. But the thing that I really like the most, how about all those foul shots? I mean, one after the other where New Bedford kept missing them. I mean, that's 5 points.
Back and forth game. That's what it's all about.
And I really like those clutch foul shots in the end, and some great performances turned in by many of the players here. Aiden Smith, Dylan Gomes, Jake Chiquito, John Emile contributing. How about Donovan Burgo? That rejection during the game.
That was huge as well.
That was an exciting play. And Demarius Roberts, maybe a little bit out of control a couple of times, but what a talent for this New Bedford team.
Demarius Roberts put on a show today. And you know what? I'm excited to see more of him. I think he's a very talented player. He looks. I mean, if you're going to expect him to shoot, he'll make a great pass. If you expect him to make a great pass, trust me, he's going to take a lane and he's going to make you pay for it.
So, any final thoughts here, Ben?
Yeah, great win for Dartmouth. Glad to pull out an upset here at the Carl Lynch Activity Center. Oh, Steve Gasper Court as well. Great win there.
All right, so the New Bedford Whalers suffer their first loss of the season as they go to 5-1 on the season, 1-1 in the SEC. Dartmouth goes to 8-1, now 1-1 in the SEC. So Dartmouth has now defeated both Brockton and New Bedford in the recent part of their schedule, and really, that's really fantastic that they're able to win games against those big schools like that. And again, congratulations to Coach Steve Gasper, as that game was played for the first time on the Coach Steve Gasper court. Well, it's been a lot of fun working with you gentlemen today for both the women's game and the men's game today, and very, very exciting down-to-the-wire thrillers.
Yeah, indeed.
Of course.
So for Tom Dunford and Ben Smitty Smith, I'm Paul Santos. For all of us here at Dartmouth Community Media, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. Good night.
So long, folks.
Have a good night.
People ask me, why did I do it for so long? As Ben said, because I enjoy it. They make it fun, okay? And the challenges are every day.
A challenge Steve Gasper gladly accepted for 41 years. Today we honor him for his many achievements with the naming of the basketball court. The Gasper name has become synonymous with Dartmouth High School basketball. 28 seasons as the Indians' head coach, compiling 324 wins and 19 trips to the postseason. His lasting legacy will be more than just the name on the court or the big wins from the sideline. It'll be about the impact he's had with his fellow coaches, players, and most importantly, his family.
I'd like to thank, obviously, my family, my wife, all my kids. Without them, they sacrificed a lot for me. I would leave the house 6:30 in the morning, come home 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, because we had a game in Barnstable or DY or Attleboro, and they sacrificed a lot of time, and again, I appreciate that.
Having your dad as the high school basketball coach at Dartmouth High was one of the best experiences of my basketball career. He taught me so much about the game of basketball. He was the greatest coach I played for. He pushed me to be better on and off the court. Till this day, he's still coaching. He's coaching his grandkids.
Though I was not on one of his teams, I would say I was coached by him my entire life. He would give me the confidence, the support, and he was brutally honest when I needed it most. But most importantly, he would always encourage me to find my passion both on and off the court and to just go after it. And I am truly grateful for that, as it pushed me to become the person I was meant to be.
He definitely taught us all, not just me, but my siblings, the importance of commitment, and that whatever you do, you give it 150% of your time and energy, and you don't quit no matter how hard it is. And that's something that he really ingrained in not just me, but my siblings as well.
His accomplishments certainly speak for themselves, but I think it's that passion, the caringness, and wanting to make the kids better and make the environment around them better for them to thrive is really something that I think Steve shined off the court.
He deserves it. He gave everything he had, not to just his players, but the student body and the community around him. He, of course, will be humble and not take the credit, but it is well deserved, and I am very proud of not only him as a coach, but him as my dad.
Clear lineage of success that permeates through the Gasper name, from Steve to his wife Kathy to his children, who are accomplished in a lot of the sports that they've done, both at the high school and beyond. And I think when you think of the Coach Steve Gasper court, you think of commitments to excellence. And I think that simply kind of signifies what that means for Steve, his legacy that he's leaving on the court, and the legacy he's leaving in the Dartmouth community.
I think it's really special for my grandfather to be recognized in this way after all of the time and effort that he put into coaching. I can't even name how many students that he's coached, but he's coached decades of students, his family as well, his children, and I'm just glad to see him be acknowledged in Dartmouth High School history.
Hi, Grandpa. I wanted to say congratulations on getting the Dartmouth court named after you. I know that you were a great coach and still are, and have helped me improve a lot.
Hi, Grandpa. It's Lillian. So happy for you. Congratulations. You deserve it. You're a great coach.
Congratulations, Grandpa. You're such a great coach. You always knew how to push us to work our hardest.
Because he would let me come to his basketball practice, and I would always get to help him out. Love you, Grandpa.
We love you, Grandpa.
The proudest moment for my dad as a coach, I don't think there's a specific one for him. I think there's multiple. I think definitely coaching his son was one. And I think just in general, just being able to coach and teach kids a sport that he loves.
Dad, congratulations, and a well-deserved honor to have your name on the court at Dartmouth High. During your coaching career, you sacrificed a lot to make sure your players had everything they needed to be successful on and off the court. This is now your time to be recognized for everything you have done for Dartmouth High.